visuals we are getting to you, live visuals coming in of the Victory Day parade, which is underway. The visuals are coming to you. The visuals on your screens are live from Moscow of the Victory Day parade, which is taking place. We have Vladimir Putin as well, who is in this Victory Day parade. The live visuals we are getting to you right now of Russia's Victory Day celebrations, which are underway, and we have Russian President Vladimir Putin as well. We have our senior executive editor Abhishek also joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, what can you tell us about this Victory Day parade which is underway in Moscow?
Well, so annual ritual with the Russians, the Victory Day parade on May 9, which they mark to underscore their victory in the World War II. We have seen pictures of President Putin now being taken around. Just before this, we had the actual parade that went on, and before that, of course, President Putin made his address. What is important is that President Putin did not mention about when Russia's ongoing war in Ukraine would end. He did mention about the Donbas republics. He did mention about the war going on in the Donbas region. So I think that was sort of a giveaway that Russia's ongoing Ukraine war in Ukraine would now be focusing only on Donbas. That's a rejig of their strategy that has already taken place, focusing only on the eastern Donbas republics. President Putin there speaking to his defense minister, General Shoigu. And apart from that, I think there was no big announcement in their speech that happened just a while back. So it was expected that President Putin might announce something big in terms of change of his strategy, in terms of perhaps bringing an end to the war, but nothing like that happened. And increasingly isolated Russia going through these annual rituals of marking the Victory Day by a parade. It's a big day in the Russian calendar in terms of government programs. And if you look at these pictures, I think the event is effectively over with President Putin making his way out after having made that speech. And before that, the parade, which is accompanied with a lot of pageantry and display of military might of Russia. Russia, because of the last 2.5 months of war, is hemmed in with sanctions. The Russian economy is suffering, and yet we have seen a certain resolve to continue with the war effort in Ukraine. And President Putin having underscored that in his speech that while Russia, and he praised martyrs, I think in the first official acknowledgement that Russia has suffered some losses in the war, said that the military effort and the war in the Donbas republics would continue. So that was an important takeaway, if there was one, insofar as the present events are concerned. But President Putin there now being taken out, I believe, of the venue where the parade took place at Red Square in Moscow. And overall, if you look at it, the Russians have really stuck to their guns despite the world effectively polarizing against them. The West particularly, of course, assisting Ukraine also. Yesterday, in fact, we had President Zelensky of Ukraine saying that there has been a reinvention of evil. We see President Putin taking a salute, and now paying his homage at the National Memorial of the Martyrs of War. Earlier he had given his Victory Day speech. And taken a salute from his military. This is happening in the midst of an ongoing war that Russia is waging in Ukraine. On the principle of Russia's historical and cultural linkages to the Ukrainian Republic. In fact, Russia believes that Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, is mother of all Russian cities, and the present government in Ukraine has played into the hands of West. So we have seen, of course, the West galvanizing with its support, both in terms of financial aid and military support in sustaining this war. Ukraine, in fact, has been successful in counteroffensive and made Russia change its military strategy a couple of times over the last 2.5 months. It has not been a cakewalk, and because of which the Russian president perhaps has been under a bit of a pressure. Though, of course, in the entire event that we have seen today, he has not shown any of it in his body language or his face. In fact, he underscored the continuation of Russia's military action, or the special military action that they have called in Ukraine. President Putin there paying his homage to the Russian martyr soldiers of the Great Patriotic War, as it is called, the victory of Russia in the Second World War, the Soviet forces having defeated the Germans at that time. This is the 77th anniversary, and this is an annual military parade that is held at the Red Square, and President Putin there leading the nation in paying his homage to the martyrs of the Great War, of the Great Patriotic War, as it is called. We are seeing the Russian military might with its full paraphernalia, and an attempt has been made to present a picture of normalcy. Remember, in the ongoing war also Russia has lost many soldiers, and this seems, with this the event coming to an end, and I hand it over to the studios.
So many thanks, Abhishek, for joining us there and for telling us all about this very important day in the history of Russia and in present-day Russia.